Israelite Vibes. I'm Officer Bun. I'll be hosting the show tonight. My co-host, of course, Officer TAZARYACH. All right. And once again, we'll be going into it today with Israelite Vibes, covering heavy topics in Israel, and of course, crushing the lie and the myth that is so-called Thanksgiving, the holiday of Satan, which is Thanksgiving, man, celebrating the murder of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. If I can start off with this, how can you celebrate the murder of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians and then not expect to celebrate the murder of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians? Like, how are you going to celebrate Thanksgiving, but then expect people to get mad about police killings? How are you going to celebrate Thanksgiving, but then expect your marriage to go well?
Right.
How are you going to celebrate Thanksgiving but are expecting black men and black women to, quote unquote, uplift themselves? How can you do that when you celebrate a holiday that is based off of the hatred, rape, robbery, and murder of your own people?
Right.
It doesn't make any damn sense, man, and we're going to cover it today. Let's get into our first article today. All right, and as you hear in Thanksgiving, the white man is giving thanks for your destruction. The white man is giving thanks for your murder. The white man is giving thanks for the projects that you live in, for your state of living. The white man is breaking bread and making merry at your destruction, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. That's what Thanksgiving is to the so-called white man. Our first article, this is from The Root. Trump administration kicks 59,000 displaced Haitian earthquake victims out of the U.S. There was a terrible earthquake in Haiti a few years ago. Many of the so-called Haitians, they got to this country not from the way that you would think of through the Caribbean Sea. They got to this country from the Caribbean Sea through sailing to Mexico. And then from Mexico, they began to walk up through Mexico, and from Mexico, they would get to the western part of the United States. That's how the tribe of Levi, in their majority, or in large numbers, that's how they got to America. All right?
Remember the protocol. We started with Thanksgiving.
Right. Come.
Remember, we started with Thanksgiving.
Come. And through getting here, the so-called white man, in all this benevolence, which fake Israelites and Christians claim that he has, or his ability to be righteous, which those outside of the truth claim he has, on this day, Thanksgiving, he's giving thanks to this, man. He's giving thanks to the displacement of the so-called Haitians. He's giving thanks to the destruction, the murder of so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, and our destruction everywhere, man. That's what this day is about. The Trump administration announced Monday that 59,000 Haitian earthquake victims who have been living in the United States under temporary status must leave the country within 18 months. Now, mind you, these aren't Haitian criminals. Mind you, this isn't top six. Mind you, these aren't drug cartels. These are simply people who are fleeing an earthquake, are fleeing a shamble of a country, which is the country of Haiti, which was the country of Haiti before this damn earthquake. Now, after this earthquake, they're running to America, fleeing from Haiti, which is what anyone would do, any refugee would do, and they get kicked out. Let me ask you something. Are the Syrians getting kicked out? Are the East Indians getting kicked out? The East Indians, the Syrians, the Arabs, many of the various areas, the Yemenites, are they getting kicked out? No, hell no. The damn Syrians, he'll get a bodega. The so-called Haitians are being kicked out of America under the same circumstances as, under similar circumstances as the so-called Syrians, man. Let me get Isaiah 10 and 1.
Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees.
It's a damn unrighteous decree. Like we said, these people weren't criminals. These people are murderers and thieves. These people are fleeing an earthquake, a natural disaster, things that just happened. Read it again.
Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees.
That's what the damn Trump administration did, man. The damn Trump administration decreed an unrighteous decree, man, to kick people out of a country that you claim everyone can come to. Like, that was the manifesto of America. Bring your poor, bring your downtrodden to our country. Was that not it? Was that not their statement? Look what they think of the children of the Most High, man. You so-called Haitians, man. You're the children of, you are the tribe of Levi, man. And the so-called white man hates you the same way he hates the so-called Negro, the same way he hates the so-called Hispanic, man. Read it again.
Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees.
Woe unto them, man. Destruction unto them that decree unrighteous decree, man. That's what the Most High said. The Trump administration decreed an unrighteous decree, and the Most High wants destruction on America for that, man. The Most High wants America destroyed in North Korea, by North Korea. The Most High wants America destroyed by Iran. Why? Because they decree unrighteous decrees against a people, man, so peaceful as like the so-called Haitians. Against a people so peaceful, as peaceful as the so-called Negro here in America. As peaceful as the North American Indian. You so-called white man, you devil, you murdered them, took their land, and every year you have the audacity to have a feast while they stew in the reservations, man. With 80% unemployment rate, man. While they stew in the reservations with high rates of meth addiction and suicide, high suicide rates. You have a Thanksgiving every single year. You decree unrighteous decrees, white man. This is an unrighteous decree, and Thanksgiving in general is an unrighteous decree, white man.
About it.
God.
get Guide and Genesis prepared now.
God, what?
Guide and Genesis.
If I could, Genesis 49 and 14, 19. Reading on. Where does the administration expect them to go? According to the Los Angeles Times, remember we said they moved through Mexico from Haiti up to the western portion of the United States. According to the Los Angeles Times, more than 30,000 Haitians affected by the order live in Florida. Another large number live in New York City. Many of the Haitians entered the country illegally in 2010 after a powerful earthquake devastated the island, which was already considered one of the poorest countries in the Western Hemisphere. Once again, they came over through Mexico, went to various cities throughout the United States. One of the poorest countries in the Western Hemisphere. Did not America say to the immigrants, to the poor across the world, to the nations across the world, bring your poor and bring your downtrodden to the country, man? America is a damn hypocritical nation, man. America is a nation of liars, man. They said bring your poor and your downtrodden. Who is more poor and downtrodden than the so-called Haitians? Who is more poor and downtrodden than the so-called El Salvadorians, the so-called Hondurans, man? Who is going through it worse on this planet than them, man? You look at the nations, the countries with the highest murder rates in the world. Who is it? Is it Syria? They're going through a war. They should have the highest homicide rates in the world. Is it Iraq? They should have the highest homicide rates in the world. They're coming out of war. It's not them. But El Salvador, Honduras have the highest murder rates in the world compared to countries like Syria, compared to countries like Yemen. These people are walking up here from that horror, from that terror, man. And the best thing that the white man can do is say, build a wall. The best thing he can say to them is they're rapists. Are the Syrians rapists? Was the so-called German man, was he a rapist? You damn right he was. They let him in here any goddamn way. The so-called Italians, when they were coming over here in the early 1900s, were they rapists? The so-called Irish, when they were coming over here in the early 1900s, were they rapists? White man didn't call them that, but the so-called Salvadorians are just awful. This was an unrighteous decree, and Thanksgiving it is an unrighteous decree, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Do you want the scripture now, sir?
Yeah, I want to read this stuff.
Want to read the story now?
You finished with your scripture?
He wanted 10 and 1, 2, 3.
Who wanted 10 and 1, 2, 3?
CHAATAZA, I sent him an email.
Get it done.
Isaiah, let me get Isaiah 10 and 1.
This is historical, right?
Yeah, come on.
Isaiah chapter 10 and 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and that write grievousness which they have prescribed.
And write grievousness which they have prescribed. This is grievous to the so-called Haitians. Building a wall, whether you like to believe it or not, is grievous to the so-called El Salvadorians. Why? Because they have to return to their countries which have been destroyed by the so-called white man. Remember, in all the smoke, and all of you believing that the so-called Hispanics are not Israelites because they kill black people, so they're not. They've shot a few black people, so they're not Israelites.
Right.
Let me ask you a question, dumbass. Do black people kill black people? So then black people couldn't be Israelites then. Give me a damn break, man.
Right.
They flee, and they're under the same nonsense, the same God that you're under, Negro, so-called. They leave their country, coming to a place they believe is safer. And what does the white man think to do? Read that last part again. They write grievous.
That right grievousness which they have prescribed.
They write grievousness. They write grievousness, man. They prescribe it. The Trump administration prescribed it. They sat down, planned it, and they planned to kick out 59,000 of the most peaceful people on the planet Earth, the so-called Haitians. Keep going.
Verse 2, to turn aside the needy from judgment.
Go ahead.
And to take away the right from the poor of my people.
To turn aside the needy from judgment. What's the judgment here in this case? They should be able to get land or home or a shelter in your damn country, man. El Salvadorians should get land, home, a shelter in your damn country, white man, American. Why? Because you spent $1 billion in producing these so-called gangs that are down in El Salvador, man. You spent $1 billion on a lot of these so-called gangs that are here in America, man. So-called El Salvadorian gangs. In the so-called El Salvadorian Civil War. You write grievousness, white man. You cause the terror down in those countries when they come up here. You prescribe grievousness in your letters. You decree unrighteous decrees, white man.
Right.
you did it, and you did it to the so-called Haitians. Don't you know I was watching a documentary the other day? This Frenchman in the United Nations, real quick if I could.
Break this off the table,
Come. And the Frenchman, in talking about how the Haitians have to eat mud, and they make cakes out of mud. They're eating mud in the nation of Haiti, man. Mud. And this Frenchman is foaming that these niggers are still alive. He's saying, oh, you know, I don't know how they're going to live. You can see it in his face and his spirit, but he's angry that the Haitians are still alive. They've done their best to try and murder all the Haitians off the planet. They've done their absolute level best in trying to starve them off the face of the earth.
Read me this paragraph right here.
We're going to continue in the article. Many of the Haitians entered the country illegally in 2010.
Right. Many of the Haitians entered the country illegally in 2010. You know what I'm saying? But Thanksgiving is based on what? What is Thanksgiving based on? What?
People coming who had no business being
people.
here. Well, devils coming over here who had no business being here.
Right. The white man came over here. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? They ain't coming legally.
Right.
So the Native Indians welcome them because, like the Bond said, you know what I'm saying? We are the most peaceful people. We're the most kindest, and we love everybody. When you go to a Christian right now, man, he loves the white man. You know what I'm saying? Still forgives them for everything they want to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But guess what? The white man is an immigrant here. I mean, the immigrant came over here. You know what I mean?
Right.
Killed the Native Indians.
Right.
And then celebrated what they call Thanksgiving.
Right.
Okay, continue.
Keep reading up.
Come. And to take away the right from the poor of my people.
It's the right from the poor of the people, man. The so-called United Nations states that every human has a guaranteed right to shelter. Right. If they're fleeing a earthquake, why in the hell don't they get shelters in the United States, man? That's a violation of the damn human right according to the UN Constitution, man. That's United Nations. That's international law. They should be able to get a house in the United States, man. Right. But they take away the right from my people, from blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. El Salvadorians should be classified as refugees. Children coming up here in so-called gangs should be classified as child soldiers, man. You've heard that term before when it was used on the damn Hamites. But it's not used on Juan coming up here covered in tattoos, man. Those are child soldiers, man. There's a civil war there. But they'll use that on the so-called Africans, which is why, once again, race is not determined by skin color. Just because the Africans are brown does not mean they're Israelites. How do we know that? The white man will give him refugee status. The white man will give him his children child soldier status. So-called El Salvadorians, though they're a little light, I guess we got to fall off the goddamn couch because they're a little light, right? Some are a little dark. So once again, it makes your argument stupid and idiotic.
Right.
So there are many different shades of brown. They are not given refugee status. Why? Because the El Salvadorians, like the Haitians, like the so-called Negroes, are the children of Israel, man.
Right.
And the white man decrees unrighteous decrees by celebrating Thanksgiving. White man decrees unrighteous decrees by having people who have a basic right by international law to get houses in America if they don't have shelter in their own country. That's a right. You can go look it up. And they're denying them the right when they don't deny the Syrians that right. They deny them that right when they don't deny the Africans that right. Keep reading. Is that it on verse 3? Finish verse 3.
That widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless.
I mean, rob the fatherless, and widows may be their prey. And 2, read verse 3.
Verse 3. And what will ye do in the day of visitation?
Give me that part back again. The widows.
The widows come. The right from the poor of my people, and that widows may be their prey.
So what does the white man do? The white man preys on the widows.
Right.
All them single baby moms out here, man.
Right.
That's what the white man does, man. The white man never went to Adam. The serpent ain't go to Adam.
Right.
He went to who? He went to Eve. You know what I mean? And that's what you see every day out here, man. He goes to Eve, man. That's how he gets in your neighborhoods, man. That's how we got to get the children. You know what I'm saying? Huh?
Welfare.
Welfare. You know what I'm saying? Because now they can't, because now the family is broken up. I mean, so the family is broken up now. The white man is free to do whatever he wants with the widows.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Read the part again.
God, that widows may be their prey.
The white man targets them, man. You know what I'm saying? Black woman, native Indian woman. You know what I'm saying? Keep reading.
And that they may rob the fatherless.
That they may rob the fatherless. Because then what? All the children of those widows are robbed. You know what I'm saying? Everyone was talking about, oh yeah, you're going to do good in America, you got to go to school. And them children is robbed, man. Right. Because they have no father, man. You know why? Because the white man trying to kill them, man. Right. The white man trying to kill those native Indians, the native Indian men, and they prey on the native Indian woman. You know what I mean? Because the native, who was Pocahontas? Pocahontas. Remember Pocahontas? Okay. The white man came in and the chief was like, be careful of them, they're dangerous, stay away from the white man. What did Pocahontas do?
Just around the road, man.
You know what I mean? She moved like Eve, man. I mean, she fell in love with the devil, man. You know what I mean?
And if I could, if that last part where it said, and be a prey upon the widows, did we not see in Haiti multiple reports of sexual assault and rape by the UN soldiers, man? Do we not hear about that in Haiti? Do we not hear about that at the border? With these damn so-called vigilante groups, the white man moves in the border by so-called the damn border patrol itself, man. Those damn sexual deviants, the UN and the damn border patrol, man. A bunch of damn sexual deviants, man. And the Most High is going to deal with you. Why? Because you decree unrighteous decrees. Moving ahead in the article. John Kelly, while still Secretary of Homeland Security and Met, said that the conditions in Haiti had improved to the point that the U.S. would not likely continue extending the temporary protection. Like I said, they take away the right from the Most High's people. Haiti is the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere, and they don't have the basic right of protection by the richest country on the planet Earth that has made millions off the so-called Haitians, man. Right. And the affiliates of the United States. Where the hell is France? Right. I love my old Chanté Le Crêpe. I love my crepes. I love you eating your damn snails. You bougie Negroes taking trips to France to buy other ridiculous clothing made by sodomites and other and sexual deviants. Where is your master? Where is your daddy, France?
A while back, Jay-Z and Kanye West talking about niggas in Paris.
Right. Where are the Negroes in
Paris?
How about this? Where are the devils in Paris? Right. We should be hearing the devils in Paris say, Mr. Garçon, Mr. Pierre, we have destroyed your people. We've murdered your people. You know what? We're going to build Haiti back up for you. They should do that for the so-called Haitians, man. Or at least we extend our arms to you. You can come into France without a work permit, without a visa. Hell, they're letting the goddamn Syrians do it, and the Syrians are running through France, raping everything, not as fast as them. Literally.
Right. About it, you know that precept where it says if they return what was stolen,
return the pledge.
Yeah, find that for me.
So if they return what was stolen,
what that?
Jeremiah. Get that. Reading on. He extended Haitian protected status for an additional 6 months, but simultaneously urged them to prepare to leave the U.S. The white man decrees unrighteous decrees because that destruction unto the so-called white man and destruction unto America, man. 6 months? Well, then the Syrians should leave it should be urged to leave in 6 months. The Africans should be urged to leave in 6 months. Who else? The Punjabi should be urged to leave in 6 months.
Right.
Dunkin' Donuts should be cleared of its employees. Dunkin' Donuts should be cleared of its managers in 6 months. If we were being fair. If this was a righteous nation, but it's not. It's a hypocritical nation, man. And today is a hypocritical day, Thanksgiving, man. Where they claim to celebrate the betterment of America, or what they're really celebrating is the destruction of the Most High's people, the children of Israel. You have it yet?
Not that one.
Moving on. Next article. All right.
Is there any other wording? Because I put return nothing. Return stolen nothing.
Restore the pledge.
Restore the pledge. Come.
This is from the Washington Post. Trump offers support for Roy Moore in Alabama's Senate race despite misconduct allegations. Okay, so this is a report. Donald Trump, once again, like the white man does, protecting his own, even if his own is a murderer or some sort of sexual deviant, which Roy Moore is. Okay, misconduct allegations. White men everywhere are being shown to be the disgusting perverts they are, and it's righteous in our sight. It's righteous and it's beautiful in our sight. Why? Because for years, black men weren't this. Black men weren't that. Hispanic men weren't this. Hispanic men only want the women to use them, man. That behavior is pushed, and that behavior is chiefly from, of, and by the so-called white man. And for those of you so-called black and Hispanic Native Indians that have been victimized, that was only because that brother was envious, was learning the tools of the trade of the so-called white man. You think the white man is slick enough? He's slick enough to get a woman? Slick enough meaning what? He has the flavor to get a woman. He has the ability to get a woman. Hell no, man. The white man gets anything by what? Force. He got America by force. He got Europe by force. He gets women by force. That's what he does. He was blessed with the sword. He's able to fight. Everything he gets is by the sword, by war. He doesn't get women how you get women, black men. He gets women by groping them, by them saying no and him saying yes, because that's what the white man does. That's his culture, man.
So you got right there on the screen. We got Donald Trump right there. He said, "Grab him by the cat."
Right.
Can we say that? Grab him by. This ain't on radio, right? We can say pussy.
Yeah,
grab him by the pussy. That's what he said. I mean, that's what Donald Trump did. That's how he get women. He said he just walk up to them and say, "Yo," he said they be looking for it too. They be hoping that he do it.
So like,
you know what I mean? Because that's white people's culture, man. You know what I mean? They not humble about nothing, man. They dealing with a base people, man. I mean, you got another disgusting one, Miley Cyrus, man. You know what I'm saying? She outside walking naked and peeing outside and trying to kill everybody. Yeah, man, it'll be on TMZ.
Since when?
You know what I'm saying? Miley Cyrus, bro. I don't even watch TV. You know what I'm saying? That's what white people are, man. You know what I'm saying? I bet she would love Donald Trump better. You know what I mean? Because this is the sort of people he's talking about, man.
Right.
They not like us, man. They don't got our laws, man. You know what I'm saying? Our laws, we're going to give it to them. Man. Our laws for us because we the one that can do it. We the one supposed to make them do the laws. You know what I mean?
If I could get Hebrews 12 and 16, man. Hebrews 12 and 16. Let's read the article. Define what disgusting acts this white man did, man. Like we said, black, Hispanic, and Native Indian men are only the way that they are because of envy of the devil, man. That's in the wisdom of Solomon, man. Because of
you want to say something?
Also with Joe Biden and touching all the little girls when they were going to the press conferences. And
touching everybody. And Harvey Weinstein, how can we forget him? And who else? Kevin Spacey, how can we forget him? And another devil on a TV show. Oh, I don't know his name. I don't remember his name. President.
A white man.
A white man. A devil. Yeah, a devil. A sexual deviant, a pervert like the white man is, man. Black, Hispanic, Native Indian men only act that way because, as the scripture says in Wisdom of Solomon, I believe it's the end of the 2nd chapter, envy, because of envy of the devil, death came into the world. Meaning what? The horrors and the terrors we face as a nation came to the world because of envy of the devil. That's literally how sin and death came into the world. That is literally how death came into the world in Genesis, man. Envy of the devil. White man came and said, look at these trees. Look at these cultures. Look at what they do. Take what they have. Experience what we experience as white men. Experience what they experience as Chinese men, as Arab men, as African men, and you'll be like God. You'll know right and wrong. You know how to be righteous, and you know how to smoke weed. You know how to have threesomes, and you know how to have the Passover. Just take this fruit. Because we continue to do that, man, these acts are perpetuated and are committed by our own people.
You got Ezekiel?
Ezekiel 33 and 15. If the wicked restore the pledge, give again that he hath robbed, walk in the statutes of life, without committing iniquity, he shall surely live.
Is that 15, right?
Count.
Give me 15.
15, yeah. It's 15.
From the top.
If the wicked restored the pledge.
The wicked. Everyone knows that the wicked in the Bible is talking about the white man. No one knows but the white man. Your white man is a friend. Your co-worker. Everyone's talking about, oh, I got white friends. You know what I'm saying? That's the wicked. You cool, all right. You got some cool white people, all right. He's the wicked. That same one. The same one that's inviting to Thanksgiving.
Right.
You know what I mean? He really don't want you there because when you're not there, he's gonna call you a nigga behind your back. They're gonna be at the table, all these fucking niggas. I got a nigga that I work with. That's what he's talking about you when he's talking about you got nice white friends. You got some good white people. I'm saying the wicked do what, Reed?
Restore the pledge.
If they restore the pledge, keep it in.
Give again that he had robbed.
And what did he rob? He robbed those Native Indians, man. I mean, he robbed those Haitians, man. You know what I'm saying? He robbed those Benjamins. He robbed those Brazilians, man. He robbed those Colombians. I'm saying they got an entire system or economy where the poor gotta live on selling drugs in your neighborhood. I'm saying we so robbed and messed up out here. I'm saying brothers out here, if they don't eat, if they don't sell some crack. I mean, we in Harlem, right?
Right.
I'm saying they can't get no job. They got a record from when they was 14, 15. You know what I mean? Why? Because they grew up in broken houses, man.
Right.
They was raised on the widows.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Single moms. And those children were robbed, man. I mean, they had no choice to live a life of criminality out here, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the situation the white man puts them in. And then Israel's so hard-hearted, like the scripture says, man. You know what I mean? Because that's the same brother that's robbed. He gonna come to you and be like, no, man, it's not white people, man. Right. Looking at it's like white people. It's the white man. You know what I mean? Right. But what? Oppression makes a wise man, man. You know what I'm saying? Our brothers lacking wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Because we need sinners, man. I'm saying we under the curses of our forefathers, man. That's something that you should remember on Thanksgiving, man. The Native Indians got robbed because your forefathers, even for all the Gadites out there. You know what I'm saying? For all the Native Indians out there. You know what I'm saying? Just like any other tribe. You know what I'm saying? We sin, man. It's your job and your duty to make right, man. You know what I mean? You must come into the I.S.U.P.K, man, because we're the only ones that can fix you, man. Nobody else, man. You're not gonna be out there, I gotta get myself together. No, you gotta come as you are, like the scripture says, man. I mean, that's what the Lord said. Come as you are, man. I'm saying, F all that, I gotta get myself right. I gotta sort this out before I come. Nah, man, come messed up, man. Come high. That's what you do, man. Come to class high on weed, man. High on crack. Come in here, man. That's what you should do, man. You know what I mean? So what? The Lord can forgive you, man. And forgive all of us, man. You know what I'm saying? Where that Genesis at, man? We gotta finish the scripture first, though. Yeah, but what did Genesis say? That Gad was what? Gad was what? A trooper. Gad is a soldier, man. You Native Indian niggas, y'all soldiers, man. That's what you're supposed to be, man. You're supposed to be full and body warfare, man. Yeah, right. You know, that's what you're supposed to be, man. We're supposed to be warriors, man. You know what I'm saying? Warriors for the Most High in Christ, man. Because of Christianity, it's so hard to say Christ and warrior in the same sentence nowadays. It sounds off, but it's the only thing you can be. That's what the Lord made it to be, man. And because he ain't want to be that now the white man can rejoice over you. And have some I never discussed the holiday called Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Like what I was trying to discuss with my dad and his rib yesterday. And now they were telling me, all we do is see you guys yelling on 125th and Lenox. And I said, well, are you there every Saturday from 12 to 5? Mm-hmm. Or are you there for a few moments of one Saturday out of every 6 months? And you hear them raising their voice. Right.
You should have asked them. You should have said, yo, you celebrate Thanksgiving today, right? Should have said, who's that, your uncle?
My dad and his rib.
Your dad and his rib said, Dad, we was yelling about the things that you celebrating right now. That thing we celebrating tonight, we yelling about that. And the origins of that. And the product of that. That's what we yelling about. But you ain't hear that. So you should have said, Dad, you gotta honor your father now. Honor your father and your mother. Said, Dad, I'm sorry, Dad. But when you heard us yelling, your ears was closed. That's what you told him. You know what I'm saying? Give him some more.
Give again that he had robbed.
Give again what the white man ain't never gonna do that because the white man is an unrighteous beast, man.
That's right.
I mean, the white man is a caveman. He takes and carries us to the cave, beats you over the head, and gets. It's so symbolic the way the white man portrays the caveman to be, because that's him. I mean, beats you over the head and takes you and takes the woman, right? He was talking about taking the woman. You know what I'm saying? Beats over the head, boom, knock her out, carry her to the cave. You know what I'm saying? And that's reality for a lot of children out here, man. You know what I'm saying? Go on.
That's exactly what they did to the Sabians.
You know what I'm saying? Damn right.
During the time of Rome. That's how they got them wives.
That's how they got them in Europe.
Yeah, come.
And now every fake Israelite talking about, the white people are the Japheths because they wear their names. Because they hit them over the head, they hit the Sabians over the head and call themselves Ashkenazi and Lombardi and the Scythians. And what's the other one? The Celts and all them other animals.
And if I may say, what's it called? One thing that's very important, especially on a day like this, Thanksgiving, y'all wanna y'all wanna go into this history about the so-called white man, because one thing you'll see, the white man has never changed. Like, same thing he did to the Native Indians is basically what he did to the Sabians and Japhethites. Basically, their MO is basically this. I'm gonna go into your land, make you think I'm stupid, poor, and can't do anything for myself. Have you teach me how to be in your society, gain a little bit of power. Philip the Macedonian entered their military, ended up one of their generals, and you sold the whole goddamn thing and became the king of Macedonia.
That's so deep what you said, man, because you know what's crazy? The white man did the same to the Native Indians.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? The white man came over here, acted like it was cool. Right. Show me your way. Show me what do you eat? Show me all the cows and the buffalo. Show me that. Show me your rivers.
If I may, sir, they couldn't even plant because there's a special way how things are planted. I believe there's 3 main crops: corn and pumpkin. Yeah, corn. What is it? Corn, squash, and corn, squash, and beans. Corn, squash, and beans. If you don't grow them within a certain order, within a certain way, you won't grow anything. If it wasn't for God actually having something the so-called white man has never heard of, humanity, they would have all starved, literally.
The white man is rejoicing on Native Indians being high on crack, man.
Right.
Drunk. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Drunk as pissing on the reservations, man.
Right.
The white man is celebrating that today. You know what that's like? That's like a Jewish man celebrating the Holocaust, man.
Right.
Imagine a Jewish man. Imagine that. That's what Negroes is doing today. You know what I'm saying? Native Indians, a lot, and then you have a lot of brothers who've been called African American their whole life, finding out they're Native Indians, like Captain Soccer War. You know what I'm saying? You got Officer Yakuza Ya'ala, who's in class today. You know what I mean? Officer Knott. You know what I'm saying? Finding out that they Gadass, man. I mean, it's a righteous thing to be a Gadat, man. You know what I'm saying? The Gadass is such a free spirit of people, man. It's beautiful. All the tribes is beautiful, man. You know what I mean? But then, even look at their families. They Gadass too, and what they doing? They celebrating the holiday.
Right.
That's based on their destruction, man.
Right.
You know, sad that is. Just picture looking out the window, right?
Right.
And seeing one picture, your family being hanged and put on a damn wooden post, set on fire.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then picture, just imagine 20 days later, celebrating that day.
Right.
Celebrating your son's murder, man.
Right.
Your father's murder. You know what I'm saying? We messed up our head, man. What we got left on that? We'll finish that first.
33 and 15?
Yeah.
God. Ezekiel 33 and 15. I'm reading from the top. If the wicked restore the pledge, give again that he had robbed.
You know, the wicked is the white man. He robbed the Native Indians. He robbed us.
Right.
And we come here on them slave ships. We came on them slave ships, man. Ashar, what tribe you?
Sure.
Ashar, from where?
But that's from Ecuador.
From Ecuador, right? You be robbed too, man. The white man robbed you. I'm saying you gotta take that personal, man. Every day. Tomorrow, today, yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Benjamin, same thing. I'm saying we came on slave ships. You know what I'm saying? And Benjamites is, you know what I'm saying, especially when Benjamites, when you're Christian, they some coons, man. They some coons. You know what I mean? I come from a family of people that love Chinese people. We love Chinese people in Jamaica. You know what I'm saying? My dad loves Chinese people. My granddad, you know what I'm saying? My grandma Chinese. Because my dad got with a Chinese woman, man. You know what I mean? Brother be loving white people. These people are snare unto us, man. That's what the Lord said in the scriptures, man. You know what I'm saying? It's something horrible, man. You know what I'm saying? To hope to be equal with them. Right. You know what I'm saying? We got.
That's why when Christ comes, they all be thrust through.
Most High in Christ, give him a hand. And that's what the gospel is all. That's the real gospel. You know what I mean? Because Christians have the gospel of something else. Like it's just a song and sweet and loving and hugging and nah, man. God wants white people to die.
That's
what they did.
That's right.
I tell people all the time, through Maine and America, tornadoes only kill white people.
Right.
Flash floods kill white people, not Native Indians. Native Indians is there. Niggas is there. Mexicans is there. Mexicans risk their life to come over the border. You know what I'm saying? To come to America where there's tornadoes and flash floods and forest fires, and we don't get touched by none of that, man. That should be sending a message to y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? But why? We deaf, dumb, and blind, man. I mean, mainly because of the filthy, flipping Christian pastors, man. You know what I'm saying? All the churches to be burned down, man. And Lord will burn them all down, man. We should get rid of it.
And if we do die, it's because we're too damn close to them.
Yeah, that's right. You know what I'm saying? Everyone that's serving Thanksgiving right now, they're on the way to getting that high blood pressure and the cancer and all that good stuff. Right. You know what I'm saying? They got to shell out that 401k. You know what I'm saying? To live 5 extra days. You know what I mean? Because we're selfish, man. Thinking that you're gonna be benefiting from loving white people. Thinking that you're gonna benefit from telling your manager at work that, yeah, we celebrate the Thanksgiving with a nice Thanksgiving with my family. You think that's gonna benefit you, man? That's hurting you, man. Because now what happened? You always wonder why, oh yeah, things can never go right. There's something always goes wrong. You know what I'm saying? If it's not one thing, it's the next. Don't we say that how long? If it's not one thing, it's the other.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because something never goes right. Because you don't know that you are cursed by the Lord, man. You know what I mean? For celebrating Thanksgiving, Halloween, Christmas, eating that pork. You know what I'm saying? You don't know that the Lord is against you, man. The Lord has angels sent out to murder you, man. To send a white man to kill the white man that you love so much. You said you're over there selling drugs and all that. Yo, let me finish the scripture, y'all. I'm about getting these stories, man.
In the statutes of life, without committing iniquity, he shall surely.
From the top.
15, Ezekiel 33 and 15. If the wicked restore the pledge, give again that he had robbed, walk in the statutes of life.
Walk in the statutes of, you know, the white man, no life. But the white man put a step all over the earth. You want to say something?
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? What are the statutes of life are? You. The statutes of life. Give me.
The statutes of life, everything we need to survive, which are the
give me a biblical one.
The laws.
The laws.
Statutes of commandments.
There you go. Give me a hand. You know what I'm saying? That's the statutes of life, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what it means. Love that brother like thyself. You know what I mean? Because Esau was supposed to be a brother to us. You know what I'm saying? But the Lord didn't make him to be that, man. The Lord made him to be a murderer, man. And he got the spirit of the murder from the beginning. Now we need to recognize it, man. What you got? It's like a cunning hunter. He's a cunning hunter. The Lord made him to be a cunning hunter, man. That's what Thanksgiving was about. I'm saying I did to hunt you, man. To celebrate the death of the Native Indians, man. Abban, you got it.
All right, get back to the article. Let me get Hebrews 12 and 16. So we just went into here.
Go to the next article. You want to make one more point on this article real quick?
Yeah.
Make the last point.
Trump offers support for Roy Moore in Alabama Senate race despite misconduct allegations. Like we said before, every white man on every block is being shown to be the pervert that he is, the sexual deviant that he is. And this is absolutely biblical. It's a racial characteristic of the so-called white man. Like black people like fried chicken. The white man is a pervert. Black people like watermelon, right? The white man likes illicit sex with hamsters and gerbils and men and goats, and your wife, your brother's, another man's wife, likes to rape.
He don't like his own wife.
Yeah.
he was, yo, the white man got something called swingers,
Right.
Swingers. Like, yeah, this bloody beast, man. Oh, get down.
Right. He's got something called swingers, where basically they have sex with another brother's woman. Once again, Negroes are rapping and singing about having sex with other brothers' women because that's white culture. Right. White men are telling them what to write and what not to write. It's not Meek Mill. You're looking too narrow. That's right. You're too small. It's not Meek Mill. It's Shlomo Sands. Benjamin Netanyahu. That's who it is. Yeah. Who's writing the goddamn lyrics. That's right. Having sex with another man's woman is totally, it's so white culture, man. Look at Hernan Cortez. It's totally white culture. Look at who else? Thomas Jam Jefferson, man. Rape, all this nonsense, sexual deviance and perversion. We like fried chicken, no problem. You're a pervert, white man. You're a sexual deviant. It's a racial characteristic word. You know we're about to get the scripture on it right now.
You know, it's crazy.
And if I
get down.
Slaki, if I may, what's it called, sir? It's interesting you bring it up. What's it called? Because that's one of the things you see our people freaking flocking to. What's it called? Very famous couple that's supposedly known for doing it or being involved in that, living that lifestyle, is the Smiths, Will and Jada. And what's it called? And make out matters even worse, you can see they're just completely destroyed because look at their kids. Their kids just look all types of stupidity. But the only thing anybody who's truly in our culture could say, they act like white folks. Every time you look at Jada and Willow and be like, what the hell is wrong with the goddamn kids? They act like white folks. And that's the problem. We need to, what's it called, save ourselves by teaching our kids, what's it called, do not act like these dummies up out here, or else you'll have your son talking about, yeah, my wife has a boyfriend. Type of dumb stuff is this? Only white people do stupidity like that.
It's crazy they said that too. You know what I'm saying? Because now, these shit, we you know, it's evident we got a problem in the black neighborhood. Right. I'm saying that we got, there's so much brothers becoming homosexuals out here. I'm saying there was a time where, I'm saying they had to hide it. Right. Now it's all out in the open. Brothers on the train, on the 2 train and 5 train especially, man, just openly being gay. You know what I'm saying? Because they want to be like white people, man. It's crazy what Abban said a while ago too. You know what I'm saying? Because they like to make, the white people they like to make fun of us, make memes about type in Google. Black people like, and they have the list. Like, why do black people like fried chicken? Why do black people like watermelon? Why do black people like, you know what I'm saying? You need to put on Google, man, that why do white people like rape so much? Right. Why do white people like child molestation and to kidnap children? Incest. And incest. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's everyone knows that white people have sex with their cousins, man. Right. You know what I mean? They have sex with their cousins, and the dad is raping them. The mother is molesting everybody. You know what I mean? And they talking about, oh, they Christian, they love God. Holding our Bible up. Holding our records up. Where you got?
So, yeah, my man too. It's also an officer. I just was bringing up with children, which the entertainment, it could be like a bad influence. Like, for example, they will have like cartoons, and you got the rappers. They would look like the cartoons. They'll turn out to rap music, and it'll turn out to trap music. It would shake their eyebrows, some demonic stuff. You know, you know. Someone see it, another child will see it, and they're like, I want to follow after that person. And this person just with that style, it's like Jada and Will Smith. It wasn't looking like that from before, you know? Right. So now they look like a bunch of cartoon demonic characters. Like, this is the white man is doing. He's a true deceiver for that.
Because now, those, like you just said, those children is growing up in the spirit of the white man. Right. And they grew up in the white man's spirit of sexual misconduct. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because that child he gonna get 13, he gonna start going through puberty. You know what I mean? And he gonna play out, I'm saying, according to the sexuality of what he's learned. You know what I'm saying? Unknowingly, because he's in the spirit of the white man. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
If I may, sir, just
all right, give me Hebrews 12 and 16, read.
Hebrews 12 and 16. Lest there be any fornicator.
You give me Amos 3 and 3. Book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 3. Read Hebrews 12 and 16 from the top. Well, with these new sexual allegations all coming up against white men, you can look at it 2 ways. One, it's partly the woman's fault. we've covered in different classes. General Muhammad went into it. It's showing the high level of a woman's career ambition. I believe that's the title of the video General Muhammad had taught, or class General Muhammad had taught. Women's career ambitions is why you're hearing about this nonsense 40 years later. She should have, those women, even those devils, should have told on their boss, their manager, the director, right after it happened. But they didn't in 40 years. Why? Because they wanted that money. And they're a part of the goddamn problem.
Right.
That nonsense that plays out in Hollywood. What are they saying about Harvey Weinstein? That's just Harvey. They said it about somebody else too. I believe it was Steven Spacey. That's just Steven. You've got people with them that are covering it up, man. Covering up what? The so-called white man. Negro, you steal a 59-cent anything, your face is going to be the 6 o'clock news. Not, their 6 o'clock news. The 6 o'clock news is your face and how evil you are.
Right.
That's the 6 o'clock news, man. Harvey Weinstein is a serial rapist. Literally, a serial rapist, and he's walking around.
Right.
You're dead for taking 59 cents worth of property. You like fried chicken. White man is a pervert. Read.
Come. Or profane person as Esau. Hebrews 12 and 16. Lest there be any fornicator.
Any what?
Fornicator.
Any what?
Fornicator.
Fornication, Catholics, is not having sex with a woman. Catholics teach that having sex with a woman is dirty and gross. But little boys are fine and holy. Can still be a goddamn cardinal of bishopdom.
That's right.
And molest children.
It's crazy. It's crazy when you said that. You know what I'm saying? Because we try to tell people truth about the Bible every day, right? That's our job at I.S.U.P.K. You know what I'm saying? To reveal the truth about what the Lord is about the God's people, and why it's so important to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments. What's the first thing the Christian says? It's so hard to keep all the laws. Have sex. So I got a girlfriend. She wants. Then give it to her. I was like, what do you think God made the rods for, nigga? You know what I'm saying? Give her the rods. I tell him all the time. I read what General Muhammad said. So look, God wants you to tie a fire to that behind. Tie the fire. Get the fire. Tie it to her. You know what I mean? Let her feel it. All right. You know what I mean? Right. And that's you know what I'm saying? That's sanctioned by the Lord, man.
That's righteous.
You know, that's righteous according to the Bible.
Right.
That's how you got born, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Through Jacob, man, and 4 wives, man. You know what I'm saying? That's ordained by the Lord.
Fornication, Catholics, is not having sex with a woman. The Catholics teach that it's dirty and disgusting to have sex with a woman. You're out. You've been excommunicated. But little boys, plenty of them, and still be cardinal of bishopdom, still be cardinal of the Vatican.
Christians is faggots, man. You know what I'm saying? We talk about 144,000. They say, look, the 144,000 is they virgins, and they not defiled the woman. They never had sex. It's a faggot talking.
Right.
A faggot going look at go say you had sex with a woman, you're defiled. That's a faggot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All them fake Israelite that say that shit too. Faggots, man. Blaming homosexuals, man. You know what I'm saying? And they wonder why we say we don't have spirit with no fake Israelite camp. You know, Christian group. You're damn what you with, man. If you're not in E.P.K, you're not in the truth. It's the Bible. The Bible says that is only one truth. I dare a nigga put in YouTube. Let's see the comments in YouTube. But I dare a nigga say prove it. You know what I'm saying? Because niggas don't know that we prove everything up in here, man. Right. What is that? First Thessalonians 5:21? You know what I'm saying? Prove all things, right?
Yeah.
Why do you think I'm saying it for? According to Christ, only one doctrine is right, man. You know what I'm saying? Because Christ came against all them other faggots. That knew that they were Israelites too. Are they in the truth?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They are different doctrines. They believe different things. Right? Disgusting, man. Get done, man.
Fornication is not having sex with a woman. We'll explain what fornication is. Fornication is unlawful sex, illicit sex. Yeah, right? Having sex with a prostitute, that's fornication. Yeah. Having sex with another man's wife is fornication, and you're a pervert. It's just
swinging.
That's swinging, and it's the same thing as molesting a little boy.
Right.
You want to, I took his woman. I'm manly. You're I wouldn't, use the word that you would use. You're a sexual deviant. You're a pervert. You're the same as a child molester. You're the same as a rapist.
Oh, we're not to say
no.
Slack it, cat. Yeah.
But you're the same as a rapist. If you have sex with another man's woman, you're the same as a damn child molester. You're the same as a man that has sex with goats. You have sex with another man's wife. He that transgresseth one, he that is guilty of one is guilty of them all. You're a sexual deviant. You're the same as you're in the same pool as any sexual deviant. So you have sex with another man's wife. You have sex with gerbils. You have sex with goats. You have sex with snakes. You're a child molester. You're all of it.
And guess what? That was James 2:10, right? Mm-hmm. So if you don't commit one, if you break one, you break all of them. If you flame homosexual, you Christians, you fake Israelites, if you don't pay a tithe to the I.S.U.P.K, you got everything that Abon just mentioned, right? To the I.S.U.P.K, you have sex with gerbils. and hamsters and goats, and you are a flame homosexual, man. You're what we call them in Jamaica, you're a fish. You know what I mean? You are a fish. Yeah, you bound to get AIDS and all that good stuff. You're gonna die. You're gonna die the death of a homosexual, man. So you don't pay a tax to the I.S.U.P.K, but you selfish bastards, man. You know what I'm saying, acting like that money's not yours, man. I'm saying you can't be an individual, man, when you find out who you is, man. You know what I mean? We get together as a race. Because they like to say, oh yeah, Jeff and I too, you got gather together and do what? Right. Pull your money together, nigga. Right. You know what I'm saying? Or go out there and be one with America. And America is
the devil. Battle of
gay. America is gay as F. You know what I'm saying? Thanksgiving is gay. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of brothers and people like who's celebrating Thanksgiving right now. They are halfway gay. Can't even walk up in this door. You know what I'm saying? Because they're scared that we'll see that how gay they are. That's why they ain't here. You know what I'm saying? Get down there, boy.
Keep going. And with these stories now, once again, fornication is unlawful sex. The so-called white man fondling and grabbing women that are married, that's unlawfully illicit. Fornication. Grabbing a married woman by the box is fornication.
That's right.
Unless there be any fornicator, keep going, or profane person.
Or profane person as Esau.
As who?
Esau.
As who?
Esau.
They ask me something. Are the errors being posted on front page like the so-called white man is? For the Arabs, is their sexual deviancies? We know they've got a ton. Nonetheless, are their sexual deviancies posted on the 6 o'clock news? No, it's the white man. Why? Because the white man is Esau, and Esau is Edom. That's in the Bible. Right. Edom is Esau, the so-called white man. And there is no one more perverted on the planet Earth than the so-called white man. I'm going to drop that where we got this, like, finish where you're at there.
Move for one. For one morsel of meat.
If he can't control his own anger, himself around little girls, around gerbils, around sheep, around a woman on a casting couch in Hollywood, around secretaries in Hollywood. Nothing, man. These sexual misconduct allegations, if for nothing else, show you who the so-called white man is, show you that he is Edom. They show you that he's a pervert and a sexual deviant, and that he's ill, right? Ill as a race, meaning it's just him. That's how he's born. He's born. The wicked are estranged from the womb. He's just ill, man.
They call the dog man best friend.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You know, in the hood, right? We have a girlfriend, right? In the world, you have a girlfriend. This is in the world. It's not you can't know what's your sex with. That's your wife for life. You know what I'm saying? If you came in the school with a heathen wife, you cannot leave her. Right. Moses is going to leave Miriam. You know what I'm saying? And anybody that tried to talk anything against it, I'm saying, got turned white. That Miriam did. Wait.
So Miriam tried to speak against Moses.
Right. To water. You know what I'm saying? But now, you know what I'm saying, in the hood, I'm saying, our best friend is a side chick. You know what I'm saying? That's our best friend. What's white man's best friend? The dog up. You know what I'm saying? The German shepherd up. Yeah.
Hold on, give me Amos 3:3. So now, this is showing you, if nothing else, white man as a race. Like we like fried chicken, like we like block parties. White man likes to have sex with little girls, little boys, dogs, cats, rats, your wife, and other men. That's what the white man likes to do. This is showing you that is his racial character, proving what he's Esau, proving that he's Edom, he's red, he's the great red dragon, and he is the devil, man. Right. The white man is the devil. Okay, read.
The book of Amos 3:3.
Go ahead.
Except they be agreed.
Read it again.
Can two walk together except they be agreed?
Now, President Donald Trump, like we read in the first paragraph, appeared to offer support to Republican candidate Roy Moore. In the midst of Roy Moore's sexual misconduct allegations, he was having sex with underage women. That's all that they're reporting. Okay? And a lot of also what they're doing is they're not reporting the full scope of these white men. And they're not really delving into what they're really doing. This is like, okay, if you committed grand theft auto, but then you stole a bag of popcorn, this is the white man's bag of popcorn. This is small on the scale of what he's actually doing to these young girls, etc.
They said that. You know what I'm saying? Remember, we say all the time, we tell people brothers in the world all the time. A white man is spiritually king. Esau is Cain brought back in the spirit, you know, after those flood that will die. Right. You know what I'm saying? Now, Abel went. He was talking with him, right?
God.
They was walking and talking until they came to an enclosure, right?
Right.
Where no one can see.
Right.
And that's when he committed his act.
Right.
That's when he commits rape. But rape is like murder, the scripture says, right? Rape is like murder. You know what I'm saying? The damn 14-year-old girl that Donald Trump raped. You know what I'm saying? She's complaining about that he raped her. He's telling people like, oh, that ain't no such thing happened. Who's this girl? She's crazy. You know what I mean? Acting like it didn't happen. Why? Because he did it behind the scenes. He did it in an enclosure. He did it in the same fashion where Cain killed Abel. You know what I'm saying? And that's how he kills you, man. You know what I'm saying? He walks over with the camera on the damn police suit. You know what I mean? Turn it off and kills you and then turn it back on. See, he's dead. Nigga. He tried to grab my gun. Coincidentally, when I turned my camera off, that's the white man, man.
Right, if I miss him.
Go ahead, we got to keep going after zero. Go ahead.
After the 2 3.
Yeah.
Verse 4.
Got one more.
Oh, real quick. You know what I'm saying? Can two work together unless they be agreed?
Yeah, read that again.
If you read it again.
Can two walk together except they be agreed?
Right. Right. So now, if you are celebrating Thanksgiving, you are trying to walk with white people, man.
Right.
You are trying to be down with white people, and that means you know what I say. You know what you say to the Lord when you do that? Child molestation.
Right.
You okay? Because you can agree with white people, right? White people think it's okay. White people are trying to push laws right now where they can make it legal. What should I say? They want to marry children. What do they want to do?
Yeah, have it legal to have relations. Make it legal to have relations with children.
That's child molestation.
Right.
That's very Christian. You know what I'm saying? That's what the Catholic priests have been doing for years, man. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to walk with white people, if you want to be an American, you know what I'm saying? If you want to celebrate Thanksgiving, then you're okay with child molestation. That's what we say to the Lord. You're saying that you are okay with child molestation. You're okay with white people sleeping with animals. I mean, there's a paper that came out a couple months ago where white people get caught in brothels in New Jersey. What kind of brothels? Sheep brothels, man. You know what I'm saying? But the white man pays to buy sheep, man. And if you're a black man, I want to be an American. I want to like white people. You're saying that you're okay with that. In essence, you're saying that you will do the same thing yourself. Because you are the devil. He's not you shall do it, man.
Right. And also, Donald Trump supporting him, like we read in Amos 3:3. Can two walk together and they be not agree? Can he offer support to what's his name, Roy Moore, without him being in agreement with sexual deviance? And that's obvious. Donald Trump is it's obvious he's a pervert. Like we like fried chicken, white man, and you're a pervert and a sexual deviant. Okay? 12. Proverbs 6 and 12. Read.
Proverbs chapter 6, verse 12.
Read.
A naughty person.
A what?
A naughty person.
A what?
A naughty person.
A naughty person, a bad person, a wicked. Another word for that, a wicked man. White man is naughty, man. White man is a pervert. White man is that man down the block you don't send your little girl to his house. It's that man down the block. He's that man in that creepy house with no one in the house but him. That's the so-called white man.
A wicked man.
A what?
A wicked man.
Or more. And all of the so-called white men. You're a naughty person, man. You're a wicked man. Keep going.
Walk with a froward mouth.
With a froward mouth, rude. Grab him, just don't give a damn. Just does not care. Grab him by the box. He said that behind closed doors. But he said that like he just doesn't care. That's what a froward mouth is, a back talker, if you will. That's rude, more properly. Okay, someone that's rude. Donald Trump is rude. You get my point? Rude in the sense of back talk, rude in the sense of just not caring, just being out and out profane, out and out talking about wickedness, man.
He winked with his eyes.
He does what?
He winked with his eyes.
He said he was with that 14-year-old girl. He what?
He winked with his eyes.
He said there is no evidence against these underage girls in Alabama. He what?
He winked with his eyes.
Man, I didn't do that. You want to establish law and order. Wait. Oh, wait a minute. In God we trust. How did we forget about that? In God we trust. While you molest children? Really? While you rape women? Really?
What black people don't know is, I'm saying that the white man's God is not the God of Israel. No. The white man's God is not your God. The God that we talk about that love black people, revenge, man, for the pain that we went through. That's not the white man. The white man's God is Cupid, naked babies. You know what I'm saying? They got a picture of Steve Chapel. That's their God. That's what they want. That's their God. Their God is naked. You know what I mean? A naked man hanging on the cloud, touching the hand of another naked man. Their God is gay. I was born like this. Like blaming homosexual. You know what I'm saying? Because he's the worst fornicator.
Also, not only did two walk together, but three walk together. Ivanka Trump also shows support for Roy Moore. They support child molestation because, like we like fried chicken, we like block parties, we like chilling, touching little boys. He does. It's a racial characteristic.
You know what that
We
means.
proved it.
You know, I mean, she's touching kids too.
I mean, oh, exactly. I mean, she's molesting kids. She's backing them up.
That's why they live together. It's probably a happy couple where they both doing, you know.
So, like, if I can add to it, he touched her. But he said in one article, he said if Ivanka was not, I would.
Hold on. Who's the wife? What's the name of the wife?
Melinda. Ivanka is Donald Trump's daughter. He said if she was not my daughter, I would screw her. I want to screw her. Donald Trump said that online.
That's disgusting. But you know what he's saying, right? You know what I'm saying? But he can't afford the story coming out. Or he did it and lied about it.
Well, with the 14-year-old girl, with Ivanka Trump, all I was saying was he's saying he would want to if she was not his daughter. It's just, like we're saying, showing that like that perversion, that fornication or sexual deviancy and racial characteristic. We can't get any more fundamental with it.
Why Donald Trump molested that man?
Okay.
Straight up.
Right.
It sounds like he's saying that he did it. It sounds like he's saying, you know what I'm saying? If it was accepted, he did it. He say he did it if it was accepted. He gotta say that he didn't. How the white man is.
Come on. We're gonna go to the next article. Terry Crews claims Russell Simmons to give agent a pass in groping case. Russell Simmons has gotten plenty of accolades over his many years in hip-hop, but he is now facing scrutiny in multiple cases of sexual misconduct. Now we know the white man's racial characteristic. They make fun of, once again, they make fun of Negroes having bulbous noses. The white man's racial characteristic is perversion. Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indians that follow him take after his ways, man. Right. Ye are of your father the devil. His lust will ye do. Crazy. And then when we do it, you know what I'm saying? When we do it in trying to be like the white man, you know what I'm saying? Under the influence of the white man tells these horny niggers. They can't keep it in the pants about black people. You know what I'm saying? When that black man is doing, because they learned it from you, man. The white man. They learned it from the slave master. You know what I'm saying? Give me John 8 and 44. Shalom. Let me get Romans 1 and 26 quickly. Romans. We'll go to after this. Hold on, you're going to give me John 8 and 44. Like we just said, the white man's racial characteristic is sexual deviancy, is perversion, which he highlights on Thanksgiving by celebrating, you know, his country's victories, or his country's for the past year. When Negroes follow him, when we follow the so-called white man, we become like him. We become sexual deviants. Like I said earlier, the reason we commit these sorts of acts is because of envy of the devil, so-called white man, man.
Right.
That's why we become child molesters. That's why we become men that commit sexual misconduct. That's why we become women that are whores, man, that have sex with men other than our husbands. That's why we do those things, because the white man and the white woman do those things, man. Read John 8 and 44.
Come, book of John 8 and 44. Ye are of your father the devil.
You're of your father the what?
The devil.
You're of your father the what?
The devil.
The devil, man. We proved that Esau is a fornicator. We proved that the white man is a fornicator, making him Esau, making him Edom, making him red, making him the great red dragon, making him the devil. We broke it down in steps and levels, very fundamentally, using you know, logic for you so-called educated blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Broke it down from the top, from the bottom up, proving that the white man is the great red dragon, proving he's the devil. Now, ye are of your father the devil. Who is Yahawashi speaking to? The Sadducees and Pharisees, the ruling class of blacks and Hispanics at this time in Israel. Father the devil, read.
And the lust of your father ye will do.
And the lust, the desires of your, who is the devil? The devil is the so-called white man. Desires we will do when we make him our father, when we serve him. When we grab that ham on Christmas, his homosexuality, man. We grab his cultures, man. His culture. We grab his woman. We have a
Even if they ain't with sisters, they original. They don't run for the clothes because a nigga trying to blow up like an Android phone. So every ball was like a private song. Super easy, when it was out going, I hope it on any right.
No, shout out to Captain Clapper's song, man. You know what I mean? That's right. Give me some music, man. Yeah, I understand. Shout out to Captain the Cog. Captain Talbot, shout out to the whole Lost Shots family. You know what I mean? Right. You know what I mean? And, you know, today is so-called Thanksgiving. You know what I mean? You got a lot of brothers coming into the truth. Like, find out that the Lord only with the I.S.U.P.K, and that is biblical.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Ask me about it. I will get it in the Bible and show you that if you unite in the U.P.K, then you unite. And the Lord ain't with you. The Lord is only with Moses. You know, there's a problem.
Yeah.
There's a problem. Every day, every week, what I tell my body? That Christians don't what? They don't know what?
Don't know the Bible.
They don't know the Bible. Yeah. So all the brothers that's finding out they taught by the I.S.U.P.K. If they think that the Lord is with everybody. Give me a story.
I mean, but
One second.
We went through all the captain stories. Story line.
Okay, here we go.
John.
Give me a story right here.
Come. Gothamist. NJ principal allegedly told students that Native Americans were scalped.
Isaiah 118.
Given.
Right. So now over here, you see we in New York, right? We in New York, we at the headquarters. You know what I'm saying, give a hand to Commander GEN.YAHANNA. Shout out to Captain TAZARYACH. You know what I mean? school. One West is back in full effect. By One West, we're not talking about the location, but the spirit that was in One West is here, man. Only here, man. Because back then, One West was the only truth. You know what I'm saying? Some brothers broke off. They talking about what they break off doctrine while they're in the school. They're upset about the brothers that was going on while they was in the school. Where they at now? They're not here. Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? But the Lord was with Commander GEN.YAHANNA, man. The Lord was with Commander GEN.YAHANNA, man. You know what I mean? Just like how the Lord was with Moses. The Lord was with Joshua. You know what I'm saying? The Lord was with Isaiah. These was regular brothers, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Brothers ain't listen to Ezekiel till he died, man. I'm saying while he was living, even in the book of Ezekiel, right? The book of Ezekiel, the whole time he's there, he's talking the word of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Only when he died, man, then the things that he said came to pass. And like, oh man, dude, Ezekiel, what you're saying was true. You know what I'm saying? A lot of brothers finding out that what I.S.U.P.K is true. And like that don't want to defend what they talking about. Because your doctrine is different from ours. And you don't want to defend what you're talking about. Bring it, man. Give me what you got.
Isaiah,
get it.
Book of Isaiah 1:18. Come now and let us reason together.
Come now, fake Israelites, and let us reason together, man.
Said the Most High.
That's the word of the Lord, man. The Lord said that, man. You know what I'm saying? If we got differences, man, be a brother, man. Let's squash it out, man. Let's square up. That's what we should do, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to the bottom of it so we can remove all this foolish talking, all the debating, and say, oh yeah, y'all always debating. Get it out of the way so we can no longer debate, man. You know what I'm saying? So we can all celebrate the past together. Because y'all, I'm saying we want to eat with y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? We want to eat bread with y'all, man. We want to roast that lamb with y'all on Passover, eat that lamb with y'all, drink wine with y'all. We want to do all that, man. We want to be a family again, man. But y'all in the way, man.
Right.
I'm nuts. Bon, you got a story for me,
Come. NJ principal, like a New Jersey principal, allegedly told students that Native Americans were scalped at early Thanksgiving.
And they were. Native Indians, the Native Indians who are the tribe of Gad, you know what I'm saying, are your brothers. I'm saying they are Israelites too. Dark-skinned Native Indians, light-skinned Native Indians, they are brothers. All this lineage comes from Gad. Because, you know, we do got some $5 Indians out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Donald Trump, we're gonna get that story in a minute, man. You know what I'm saying? Where he had continuing problems with a white man that claimed to be a Native Indian. And Donald Trump looking at him like, how can he get benefit over me? Because, you know, the white man is a hateful bird to everyone, even in his own damn self. That's what the scripture says, that a house divided against itself can't stand.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We need to stop doing it, man. I'm saying we need to stop all the division, Israel. Y'all all got to come in U.P.K. Every single last one of y'all will all, you know what I'm saying? A house divided against itself cannot stand. You know what I'm saying? Give me a paragraph.
Jersey High School principal is being investigated for supposedly telling students over the PA system that Native Americans were scalped at an early Thanksgiving.
Man, the devil got in trouble because he was talking the truth, man.
Right.
He was telling the what really happened on Thanksgiving in America, man. You know what I mean? And he got in trouble for it. Why? Because of the devil, man. You know the truth, man. Yeah?
Like what he actually said when we skipped down there.
Yeah, skip that. And give me the meat. Where I want the meat.
Yeah, right here, where it says what he said.
Oh, I get it.
Oregon record, a purported recording reveals that a man says, "We must very, 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 very understanding to our Native Americans who lost and sacrificed because that took place on Thanksgiving.
Genesis 49.
They were invited to a dinner and then their lives were taken from them.
Read the part again.
We must be very, very, very understanding to our Native Americans. Sacrifice because of the scalping that took place on Thanksgiving.
They want to be so understanding when y'all can't return what was stolen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The white people even up on brother earlier, man, they were just smoother than butter, man. Who did you say that? Well, that was TAZARYACH. TAZARYACH. Shout out to TAZARYACH, man. Held on the class today in Philly, man. Give my hand, man. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, the white man's really smoother than butter, man. What the white man's trying to do, he's ready. Here's what he's always trying to do. He's trying to run away from justice. You know what I'm saying? Because you wanna know why? Because the Lord is on his behind, man. The Lord is on his tail, man. You know what I mean? The Lord is coming for you, man. White people. You know what I'm saying? What we got right here?
Genesis 49:19. God.
For the tribe of Gad, man. You know what I mean? You want to be understanding? Understand this. Read.
A troop shall overcome them.
A troop will overcome all the British troops that came in, man. They overcame, man. All the white troops, man. And the Europeans came in, man. You know what I mean? The Spaniards came against the Brazilian, the Colombian, man. The Ashland, like the Native Indians and Central America, man. The Dominicans. So the people of Puerto Rico, man, should be feeling, man, for your Native Indian brothers, man. They're your brothers, man. You know what I mean? Go to your brothers, man. Mexicans got lynched too.
That's right, bro.
Mexicans, a whole lot of Mexicans got lynched too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They just don't talk about it. Because if they do talk about it, they can get in trouble, like this principle got in trouble right here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We got the same enemy. But the only thing is before the I.S.U.P.K, you know what I'm saying? We ain't know that. We had the same enemy. Brothers, man. We ain't know that we're supposed to feel for our brothers, man. Because imagine. After Kamua died a couple weeks ago, right? We fought for that, right? Your brother in the truth. You know what I'm saying? We feel for him, man. We feel for his family, man. You know what I mean? But he shall rise again. That's right. You know what I'm saying? But you got brothers in the world, man. That's not the truth, man. And they still are brothers. We come from the same lineage, the same bloodline. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the 12 tribes. Like that stuff, you look at your brother, he's supposed to see you, man. I get mistaken for Dominican all the time. Now, am I Dominican? You know what's crazy today? I was on the bus here. I was called a Native Indian. He said, "Oh, you look like you might got a little Native Indian." I was like, "Imagine that. Oh, you want to tell me that on the day of Thanksgiving that I look like a Native Indian?" Nigga, I'm an Israelite.
That's right.
You know what I mean? I'm all the tribes. Same bloodline, they my brothers. So I love that brother like thyself. That's myself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we shall overcome it. Tribe of Benjamin, we gonna overcome. Asher gonna overcome. This Tally gonna overcome, man. Overcome all that oppression, man. You know what I'm saying? Read it from the top.
God, a troop shall a troop shall overcome them.
A troop shall overcome him. You know what I'm saying? God was overcome, man. By them European bastards, man. You know what I mean? Keep reading.
But he shall overcome at the last.
He gonna win in the end, man. Precept. What do I want Ibadium?
God specifically?
No, Jacob.
Jacob is the end.
See, one of cause, man. You know what I'm talking about? That's what y'all niggas gotta do, man. Y'all gotta come to I.S.U.P.K can't do that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be the same mind as me, man. You gotta be the same mind as Commander GEN.YAHANNA, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta be the same.
That's right.
You gotta know the Jesus, man. You gotta know the truth. With no error. 100% unadulterated truth, man. You know what I'm saying? Without fault.
God.
Yeah, we got it.
This is second address in the Apocrypha, chapter 6, verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world.
There's gonna be a day when they Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? That's Esau's world, man. Christmas and all that garbage, man. That's coming to an end. You looking at the end time right now. Every time I turn on the news, man, we get closer and closer to the war, man. I'm just waiting for their stock market to crash. So I can see white people go crazy. You know what I'm saying? I want to see a Thanksgiving when their stock market crash. They don't got no money to buy no flipping turkey, man. You know what I'm saying? You feasting up while we starving in the streets, man, in New York City, man. We the lost children, man. You got some nerve. Insulting the Lord like that, man. The Lord said we are the apple of his eye, man. Respectful. You know what I'm saying? That's why I rejoice. That's why I'm saying I rejoice, man, in the Lord. You know what I mean in the scripture? In Ecclesiastes 39, when the angel rejoiced at the Lord's commandments, I rejoice at the Lord's commandments, man. Go out and kill white people, I rejoice, man. That's right. You know what I mean? After the flash floods, I'm saying kill white people, I rejoice, man. Someone's still burning right now, right? A couple of days ago. California? Is this still burning? It might be up right now, right? No, but it's still burning. If it's not, then something will burn in a minute too or something.
When another white man shoots up a church.
Oh, when another white man shoots up the man in the towers, man. You know what I'm saying? Well, I was about to get to stuff against that, right? I was about to thank you, man. I mean, I wish they should have a reality show, man. Of that church in Texas the other day that got shot up. This is a reality show about how their houses today. What's the place called in Texas? White people out there remember they were the town they in, man.
Right.
And that's how it should be, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But that church got shot up all the white people, man. And first of all, I'm saying you have to understand that. You have to understand this. I'm saying that no loss of life is good.
Right.
No loss of life is good, but the problem is that the white man is in authority, man. That's why people die, man. That's why people get shot, because white people got guns, man. You put a gun in the murderer's hand, you're going to die.
Right.
You abuse the Lord's children, you're going to die. The Indians, you know what I'm saying? You're going to die, man. You know what I mean? Say, black people, man, you got to say, you can't be celebrating Thanksgiving for the Christians out there. If you love God, man, you can't be celebrating what the Lord don't like. You know what I'm saying?
Thinking about what going to be at this Friday. Touch on it. So now I have something.
Get it right now.
Come. This is from the United States Congress, November 1778. And, we're running low on time here, so more than likely, for time's sake, this will be it. But brothers and sisters that are just coming in, understand this, man, that you can't serve other gods.
That's right.
Exodus 23. Thanksgiving is the worship of another God, man. We're going to find out just who that God is, okay? Find out now. It is the worship of the gods of the harvest. Many of the so-called white man's holidays are based off of the worship of gods of the harvest. You've got Christmas, you've got Halloween, etc., which are all holidays based on the worship of crops, which is the worship of what? The creation rather than the creator, man. We're going to get an excerpt from the United States Congress in 1778, and we'll see who is aiding the so-called white man. Who is benefiting the so-called white man? And who is the white man sacrificing to on Thanksgiving? Resolve that Wednesday, the 30th day of December next, to be observed as a day of public thanksgiving and praise, that all the people may express a just sense of his unmerited favors, particularly in that it hath pleased him by his overruling providence to support us in a just and necessary war for the defense of our rights and liberties, by affording us seasonal supplies for our armies, closing the heart of a powerful monarch to enter into alliance with us and aid our cause, by defeating the counsels and evil designs of our enemies, victory over the troops, and by the continuance of that union among these states, which, by his blessing, will be their future strength and glory. That's what he's ours. So they're saying he is his unmerited favors, his support for a necessary war, and pleasing him. Who is him? Who is in the ear of the so-called white man? Is it the Most High?
Is it the Christian pastor? Is it the ground? Who is in the ear of the so-called white man? We know blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the children of the Most High, right? Right. Who is the white man trying to please by celebrating Thanksgiving? Get Revelations 9 and 1.
So shout out to Officer at the mom, man. You know what I mean? But we are probably getting
Come on, last part.
by the feet of
Okay.
Revelation
9 and 1. You hold Luke 10 and 18.
Okay.
All right. By defeating the counsels and evil designs of our enemies.
You know what I'm saying? The white man stay open that he got enemies, man. You know what I mean? And then black people don't love white people. You know what I'm saying? And they black people is under this euphoria where they think that, imagine this thing in their mind where they think that it's all going to be about peace. This is the United States Congress, man. Saying what?
By defeating the counsels and evil designs of our enemies.
And what?
Victory.
The white man wants victory, man. You see what I'm saying? The white man wants victory. The white man is at war, man, with those that are at peace with him, man. You see what I'm saying? The Lord said that the white man would be at war with those who are at peace with him, man. Right. And right here, he was Congress, man. Black people want to be American now. You know what I'm saying? When if you listen to Donald Trump is a white man. All white people are the same. They don't say all niggas are the same. They say that all niggas are the same. They say all niggas are the same. Mexicans or they say that it's good Mexicans and bad Mexicans. Well, we gonna fight the case that oh, there's something good like but they ain't fighting the case for us. You know what I'm saying? We don't fight the case for us. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't cursed, man. If the Bible ain't talking about us, yeah? If the Bible is not talking about us, and today's so-called Thanksgiving, what we get? We got any more on that?
So I was going to get this to this.
Get down.
Let me get Revelations 9 and 1. Who is in the ear of the so-called white man? And who is not even a symbol of his rulership? No, let me hold that. Who is in the ear of the so-called white man? And like we are the children of the Most High. Who is the white man the children of? And what is he doing on Thanksgiving? And who are you sacrificing to when you celebrate Thanksgiving, man? Which we just said you cannot observe, man. You can't serve other gods when you're coming in. You can't celebrate Thanksgiving. You cannot celebrate Christmas. None of these damn holidays. Okay, in this so-called holiday season, can you observe Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians? Read Revelations 9 and 1.
Revelation chapter 9, 1. And the fifth angel sounded, and I saw a star.
And what?
A star.
And what?
A star.
Stars, literal. You read the book of Revelations and believe it's a fairy tale. These stars are not literal. Stars in this context are talking about angels.
Right.
Okay, are those the sons of the Most High, literally those that work for him, which are the angels, okay? Fell from heaven.
First of all, Israel stars too.
Right, Israel.
Have you seen niggas out? Have you seen us dress? Have you seen us dance? You got some niggas that have never stayed out. We African now. Africans can't dance, man. So flipping African, man. Africans dance. So many African people with them, man. Africans even fight. Yeah, you see all the Nigerians, I go to Hebrew Academy, man. Shout out to all the Hebrew Academy graduates, man. You know what I'm saying? Give my hand, man. All the brothers in Hebrew Academy, man. Shout out to the brothers coming and going to Hebrew Academy too, man. You got some Africans out there pumping weight up. Some stinking African pumping weight. The smallest nigga in the E.P.K can take it, man. The smallest nigga in the E.P.K can take out a diesel ass African, man. You know what I'm saying? They can't fight like us. Africans can't dance for nothing. You know what I'm saying? You thought, we Africans can't. Wait, what African saying is that? Oh, that, man. Where African rappers at? Where the Africans making beats up? Where the hell my beats at? Where that? Like, what's talking about beats? Where the talking about beats at, man? And I think the Lord that I think the Lord making us the best. You know what I'm saying? What we gotta do is come back to the Lord, man. Right. You know what I mean? Regardless of skin color. East Indians can't dance either. You know what I'm saying? They dark skin too, right? where the East Indian beats at. Where that Punjabi ain't making no hits. Punjabi MC, where he at? Ain't making no hits. Or that Indian belly dancing, ain't nothing like a system, man. You know what I'm saying? The sisters take their Indian belly dancing and turn it into gold. And then they're gonna run around and be jealous of us. You know what I'm saying? Get down the bottom.
Revelation 9:1 says, a star fell from heaven. Like also I said, like I want to say, stars talking about the Israelites. They're also talking about, in this context of Revelation, they're talking about the angels, man. The angels. Now, what angel fell from heaven? Meaning what? Right. What angel lost worship? And again, what is this a symbol of? Even though it's an angel, it's not literally an angel, you know, slipping on a banana in the fourth dimension. That's not slipping on a puddle and falling down from clouds. That's not what this is talking about. Read.
Unto the earth.
Unto the earth. Now, who is this star? Who is this angel? Luke 10:18. This angel is talking about, what does it symbolize? This is a rulership of a specific race of people. The angel fell. Why? Because like the stars of schools, this angel is over a certain group of people, a certain man that is ruling. Now, the Bible, I mean, who does it talk about? In us, was that 2 Ezra 6 and 9? Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the coming after. This angel calling is the demon Satan.
That's right.
And it is a symbol of the loss of the so-called white man's rulership. How do you know that? It's after the coming of Satan. The white man does physically what Satan does in the fourth dimension, which is what accuse people. He goes up and down the block. And you must have drugs on. You must be something. What are you doing? Satan is your adversary in the fourth dimension. Don't bury Moses here. Remember that? When they had Moses die, and they were talking about discussing where to bury him. It was Michael and Jude, the 7th verse. Satan and Michael were having were like a council. It was like, no, I don't. So, like you, sir, I don't want him buried there. I want him buried. I want him left. He died center, most likely. He did die center, but like you said, your people all have a chance. They're having a debate. Satan, the so-called white man, is where it's after the coming of Satan from heaven is Satan, but it is symbolized. Him falling is a symbol of the so-called white man losing his rulership, man. The precept for that, Luke 10:18.
Book of Luke 10:18.
Go ahead.
I beheld Satan.
Beheld who?
Satan.
I beheld who?
Satan.
Satan. Now, what is Satan doing? Satan's an angel, right? Let's find out what he's doing. What is he doing symbolically? Read.
As a lightning fall from heaven.
As a what?
Lightning fall from heaven.
As a lightning fall from heaven. Watch Satan slip on a banana and laugh at it. I watched Satan, slip in some mud. No. What he's saying is, I saw Satan fall from heaven, meaning what? Yahushua was talking about the fall of the Roman Empire, man. That was his mission. That was his goal, to free the children of a so-called white man, whose way is after the coming of Satan, man. That man, that thing the white man is trying to please that we just read about in that document in the U.S. Congress was Satan. Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas is the worship of these gods you see here in the harvest. It chiefly is the white man sacrificing on his Lord, which is the demon Satan. We just read it.
Right.
We just read it with the precepts about the white man losing his rulership, and with the white man, his ways being after the way of Satan proves the what? That he is the physical embodiment of Satan here. Satan falling is a metaphor for the so-called white man losing his rulership, man. And we just proved with this document and that breakdown is what? That the white man is sacrificing unto Satan, sacrificing unto devils. Let me get 1 Corinthians 10:20, man.
After this, we're going to get another article, right?
Okay.
We open the time. We're going to try to pitch it real quick.
Come.
Get out of here.
Corinthians, the white man is sacrificing to his ruler, which is Satan. And here to tell him, go report, just get him drugs, just suggest drugs to him. Oh, dress as a woman as a whore, have her dance on television. He'll become a whore.
You know what's crazy? I think he's a good person. He around the world. You don't even know why he's doing it. You don't know that the Lord made him to be equal. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Get out and he cannot help it. He needs us to go over him so he can kill people.
Right.
That's what I'm saying in class, man. I'm saying beat the represent the plowshares, man. You know what I mean? All them guns that he's shooting up in Las Vegas. You know what I mean? The white man take a gun and kill 300 white people now. He hates us, you know. But he kills 300 white people. No, shot 300 white people. And then killed 60. Yeah, right? Around 60 people died, right? Like 26. Man, by me rule, man, the white man gonna be fighting bullets. Fighting. What are they gonna be fighting? Seeds. Started AK-47, man. Seeds, man. Strawberry seeds. Over there. Use some oranges over there. Good white, man. Good white. Pat on the back, man. CHAATAZA says this. You know what I'm saying? Put little seeds on all that. You like eat that raw and medium rare. You know what I'm saying? Meat. Yeah, get down this stuff, man. First Corinthians 7:20, read.
1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 20. That the things which the Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice.
We just read it said the so-called white man has someone that he answers to him, pleasing him. Who is that one that he pleases? The one that is in his ear, the one whose way he is after, which is Satan. You observe his holidays, you sacrifice unto devils, unto Satan. That's literally what you're doing. Not for, people to eat and just give praise to gods in general, which is what he says on the surface. It is him giving praise to the one that's in his ear, which is Satan. When you observe in his holidays, you sacrifice unto devils and unto demons, man. Keep going.
And not to the Most High.
And not to who?
The Most High.
Surely I'm giving anything to the Most High. Surely it's not the Passover. Right. Surely it's the Feast of Dedication. Keep going.
And I will not. Fellowship with devils.
And Paul would not that you would have fellowship with devils, neither do we, man. White man, all his goddamn holidays, man.
That's right.
Because he's after the way of Satan. So you take part through the way of Satan, man.
Right.
We got an article I have. Come.
Read the title of that real quick.
Come. The dark historical roots of our Thanksgiving.
Right. This is talking about the historical roots of Thanksgiving, man. You got a lot of brothers out there, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna read this right here. Come. You know what I'm saying? Coming in the truth, man. Even the white man doesn't fully equip you with what Thanksgiving is really about, man. You know what I mean? Because I went to school over here. You know what I mean? And I never know how evil Thanksgiving was. That's why in the world, brothers celebrate it. Because they don't know what it is. Right? You came to the I.S.U.P.K. Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, man. Knowledge that you can use. You learn all that trigonometry and calculus, and they never use it. You know what I'm saying? You never got to be practical with the knowledge that you learn, man. What you got right here?
The first day of Thanksgiving took place in 1637.
Yeah, the first Thanksgiving took place in when?
1637.
1637. After the stations came in, right? After the first station, the first station was when? 1619?
No, 1500s.
1500s? The niggas came here? All right, no sweat. All right, get down.
Amidst the war against the Pequots.
Against the Pequots, that's a tribe of the Native Indians.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? The white man was at war with the Native Indians, man. You know what I'm saying? That's where Thanksgiving came from. You know what I'm saying? And then the white man came over here to come to America. I found a bunch of niggas anyways. A lot of the Native Indians was black, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They got videos out where you can find archaeology of what Native Indians look like. Because there's a lot of archaeology out there, man. That's what the E.P.K is all about, man. Shout out to Captain CHAATAZA, man, bringing archaeology every Monday. Every Monday, right here in the home of the truth, Harlem. You know what I'm saying? The headquarters, Monday. Hold on a shot. Hold on. Keep going.
Come on. 700 men, women, and children.
700 men, women, and children, man. That's a lot of people, man. Keep going.
Of the Pequot tribe were gathered for their annual green corn dance.
Keep going.
On Connecticut. Surrounded the camp.
The Dutch who?
And English.
Who the Dutch? White people. I mean, the killers, man. And I mean, we already be peaceful, and like the Bible said. And there's some free homosexuals out there. I want to say that the Native Indians is not Israelite. Foolish, man. Get down.
Dutch and English mercenaries.
Dutch and English. There's not one man that's not guilty of what he done to us, man. All of them, man. I don't give a damn. No, I don't care. I don't give a damn where you run to and change your identity. You're white Australian, you're guilty of my murder. You know what I'm saying? You're white. To South Africa, you're guilty of our murder, man. That's right.
Surrounded the camp and proceeded to shoot, stab, butcher, and burn alive all 700 people.
Imagine who they got kids? Who they got child nephews and nieces? You know what I'm saying? You got your brothers, daughters, and your brothers and sons, and your sisters, sons, and daughters. Imagine seeing a white man come in your house and burn him alive. That's what we face. We face that in real life. You know what I'm saying? Read.
All 700 people.
All of them. The white man, they leave nobody out, man. You know what I'm saying? The white man is us. He's a horrible man. It's so crazy that he walks around acting like everything's all good nowadays, man. He never did nothing. Oh, that wasn't me. That was my fault. What are you doing in America right now? You in America because you did this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You killed all my cousins, man. You know what I'm saying? You killed my nieces, my aunties, and my uncles, man. That's what you white people did, man. Well, a weekend laptop. You know what I'm saying? Our environment messed up because y'all is here. Because why? Is this warfare, right? All this brand war, right? That's okay, it's okay. The Lord gave you a chance to rule. Don't complain when my brothers rule. Don't complain when they're in your rule. You gotta be quick about it.
God, don't complain when the Arab drives down the highway and kills about 20.
Yeah, I mean, the white man can't figure out why the Arabs is trying to kill them.
Right.
The Arabs committed suicide and trying to kill them. Quickly.
Also, there was a motion by the Homeland Security Department and the FBI saying that now terrorists on domestic land are starting to use drones to make attacks against airlines and other places here.
Who using drones?
Terrorists.
Terrorists using drones?
Yes.
Well, the red horse is out, right?
The next day, the Massachusetts Bay Colony held a feast in celebration.
That's the feast they're sitting there right now eating after, man.
The next day,
after they murdered us, man, the roaches are.
Right.
Like, you know, like your mosquitoes coming out, you gotta get the bug spray kill the mosquitoes. That was us up, man. They feasted over that, man. Get down.
The Massachusetts Bay Colony held a feast, and the governor declared a day of Thanksgiving.
That's where Thanksgiving comes from. Ruthlessly murdered us, every one of us, one of us living. They even say that we got a prison to the war arc. Right. You know what I'm saying? We went to slavery. That brother, they even got tried to go to slavery. We went to slavery and was supposed to think that we died for in 2 Maccabees chapter 7 now. You know what I'm saying? We're our brothers, man, in the book of 2 Maccabees chapter 7, man. They got scalped like they did Indians, just so they don't eat pork. And get to the point that we be tempted to do such thing for your life. You know what I'm saying? The white man is a filthy, disgusting, murderous. He's a murderous beast, man. In the earth that amounts to, I'm saying, how the white man murders him, man. And he pretends like like he's not a murderer, Ak. It's crazy, Ak.
Right.
It is absolutely, it is ridiculous, Ak. What's the forensic files, Ak?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He murdered his own family, Ak, and walks around. He goes to jobs. He goes to work, all that, and you know what I'm saying? There's no sign that that he's a killer. That's why the Lord put a sign on you, a mark to say, Cain is a killer. He's Caucasian. He's a killer. This is the mark. Are you gonna pay attention to it? Are you gonna try to love him? You ignoring the Lord and you wonder why we died. Keep going. Want to say something real quickly?
Sir.
Okay, get out of here.
And the ensuing madness of the Indian extermination.
Ensuing madness. Even the writer, you know what I'm saying? He's a white man writing this. He's calling it madness. Because when you can't hide from it, man. You know what I mean? Even Obadiah says that we're going to expose them, man. We got to shed a light on this, man, because our people is asleep, man. They blind to this, man. Keep going.
Natives were scalped.
They took the skin off your head out.
Mutilated, and sold into slavery.
The Native Indians were slaves too. You got all the dumb Pan-Africanists. Oh,
right.
the Native Indians were slaves too.
Right.
El Salvador was slaves too. The Puerto Ricans tried to offset karate in the UK, man. And he had a lecture, man, where he brought out where the white men chop up the Puerto Ricans and feed them and sell them as dog meat to other plantation owners. You know what I'm saying? Sell you as dog meat. There you go, man. Take your children away from you, chop them up in front of you. The white man is a merciless. He's God damn, man. The white man is the devil, man. Damn for that. The Lord needs to get rid of it. No, man. Keep reading. And this is what black people is feasting on today. Black Friday. You know what I'm saying? When they capture your slave and they're gonna sell you on Black Friday on the black blocks on Wall Street. Real cheap on a sale discount. We got niggas 2 for 1. We got niggas over here 25% discount.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We got Mexicans over here 25% discount. 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock, 75% discount. That's the white man now. When you're living it today, you have no clue, man. I'm saying, it's crazy, man. That man. I.S.U.P.K needs to be everywhere. Keep going. I want to always how they play football with us. Where football came from. We're gonna get where football came from if we got time.
And many celebrated by kicking the severed heads of the Qua people through the streets like soccer balls.
Soccer, huh? Okay. Read that part again. Like he celebrated. You over there backing up on Sunday and then the game. You wonder why the football is made out of pork skin. Because the first football was made out of real skin. Skin of niggas and Native Indians, man. Niggas like me and you. This head right here, take it off. Hold it, run with it, do all that, kick it, and then celebrate. Flipping Thanksgiving, man. We got more now.
Oh wow, so
that's it. You know what I'm saying? Abban, anything you want to say before we go?
Yeah, kind of, man. It's like kind of, if I could. Thanksgiving is the sacrifice unto devils, man. Sacrificing to other gods, chiefly, man, Satan, man. If you're not serving the Most High, you cannot observe things. Tells you mother, father, brother. That's a Deuteronomy 13 and 7. If your mother, your wife, your sister comes to you this holiday season with any nonsense, you tell them, hell no, man. Before you could put them to death, but now because you're Yahushua, you just separate yourself from the meeting. What? Don't partake in the holidays that you partake in.
We die every year. You wonder why we die every year, man, because we sacrifice unto the devils, man. You know what I'm saying? We sacrifice in the name of white people, man, like we white people, man. Furthermore, you know what I'm saying? White man's the devil.
That's right.
We're going to close right now. Come on. You know what I'm saying? Pay your tithes. Food is food. You know what I'm saying? It's not sacrifice to devils. I'm saying eat that food, right? Ain't nothing. I'm saying just don't celebrate Thanksgiving. Don't be in the spirit of white people, man. Don't be in the spirit of America. Don't be American. Be an American citizen, but don't be American. Know who you are, man. Israelite VIBEZ, man. Shout out to Captain TAZARYACH. Yeah! TAZARYACH. You know what I mean? Shout out to all the generals. Shout out to Commander GEN.YAHANNA.
That's
you know what I mean? Keeping the truth alive. Shout out to all the generals. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the captains, man. All the officers, man. Doing wonderful, I'm saying, work in the truth, man. You know, just keep it up, man. You know what I'm saying? We up on the top. You know what I mean? America's falling. It's falling. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the troopers coming in and get your officers shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Get out on that test, get the troops in hand, get the officers. It's hot, man.
Hey, yo, time.
I.S.U.P.K 69, man.
Yeah, make sure you check out I.S.U.P.K Canada on Facebook. Starting a camp up in Canada. The Canada had I.S.U.P.K Canada. Make sure you like I.S.U.P.K Canada page on Facebook. That is your pay your tithes. I.S.U.P.K Shalom.
You know what the last slide?
Yeah.
Yes, my head.
Yeah.